Hey everyone, and welcome to the 8th episode of the Giant Blue Podcast. I'm your host Jack. Alongside me is Felix Baker on the DJ and the mics and stuff, and Sean Guy, and for the first time, our special guest, Caitlin Guy.
Yay! Hello.
How you doing? Hey, Kate. Yay!
Yay!
We're not actually related. We just have the same last name. It was the most random coincidence. We just found her like 15 minutes ago.
We are related.
Long time listener, first time caller.
Yes, I'm a fan. No.
Oh, so sweet.
The biggest fan.
Biggest fan. Yeah, how you doing?
Yeah, good. Thank you.
What do you
Pleasure
do,
to be
Caitlin?
here. I work at the cinema, so I have inside knowledge.
Inside knowledge. You said that in one of the podcasts.
Yeah, he did.
You were like, I know about the Wonder Woman gross
You
domestic.
learn the demographics and things. You get some like sort of fun stuff. Yeah.
Do they teach you that kind of
No.
stuff?
No.
But you just
He saw
the
the
gist
people
of it.
coming out of the cinema and was like,
Apparently
oh, I know who's been watching it.
Yeah.
Like, that one was busy.
So, any housekeeping notes, you guys? Anything you need to cover?
there was one of the movies that I was embarrassed to watch. One of my guilty pleasures.
Oh,
Did
yeah.
you guys ever
yeah.
watch Stick It with Kirsten Stewart?
Is that a
The
cheerleader film?
gymnastic one?
I have
no,
seen
okay.
that.
I really enjoy
What's wrong
that
with
movie.
that? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All those
I just
movies
didn't
are fine.
expect. Okay, fair enough.
Well, I linked
Take it
to
back,
you guys
not a guilty pleasure.
That meme of like, it's like the It chronological order, and it's like It.
That's
it
what
follows,
reminded
It comes
me.
at night,
Yeah.
Bring It On.
Yes.
And then like,
It didn't have
and then
Stick It, did have
It,
Stick It,
something,
did it?
And then maybe I think,
I
it
think
might
that's
have.
what-
that's
yeah.
what triggered it. I
That
was
could
like,
be- that could
Yeah.
add it, Stick It. Yeah.
I really fucking love that movie. Yeah, I've got a pretty good soundtrack.
The only
If
thing
I
I
did-
want. Sorry.
If I think cheerleader movies, I always go Fight Up. It's the best one.
Fighter.
Isn't that the
Fi-
one that
Fight
came
Up.
after Bring
Fire
It
it
On?
up. That's good.
No, it's like a
no.
parody of all those films. Like two straight dudes go to cheerleading camp and just sleep with everyone.
That's effed up. That's FU, isn't it?
Yeah, Fight
Fired
Up.
Up.
That's what it stands for.
Oh, fighter. I think you said fighter. Sorry.
No, Fight
Fight
Up.
Up.
F-U. What does it spell? Fight Up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. That's a good movie.
It's a great movie.
I'll
Sorry.
check it out.
Anyway, what were you
I
going
was
to say?
looking at that not too long ago because I remember like one of the boys who's meant to be in high school is like 38 or something.
Yeah.
Like he's an old man. Like he's like they were like we needed to quickly film like wrap up before he aged anymore. The only note I had was that because we went to see Lego Ninjago, but we saw it at the new Gateway Cinema, which is
Shout
an
out.
awesome cinema. It's probably the
That's
best cinema
where
I've ever
I
been to. It's a really nice cinema. Like. Well, I've not been to the new Chancellor one in Melbourne after it closed down and then reopened. Like that one, I'm sure is very fancy, but this one's really, really nice.
It's cool.
And it's funny because a
I'll
lot of
be
the
there
Melbourne
tomorrow
ones,
night.
like they're very artsy ones.
What are you watching
But
tomorrow night?
artsy doesn't mean good. Like they're like, oh, it's like vintage, and like they haven't updated it since like the 60s or something. Like
Yeah.
that. Which means all the chairs suck and it's uncomfortable, and you can feel the wiring in your back as you're
Retro.
watching some like black and white French.
Oh, it's
film.
like I'm back in the
Yeah.
90s. Yay!
This
I'm
is
really-
great.
I'm feeling the heat. Anyway, should we move on to topics?
Yep.
Yeah.
All
do it.
right. As you know, on the Giant Blue Podcast, we all bring topics to the table and pitch them at each other. These topics can be, doesn't matter what they be, as long as they're sort of movie related. And Caitlin, as our
Very
guest, would you like to go
slightly.
first?
Sure.
Okay.
Hit
Okay.
us, Ken.
Well, we all love our fictional movies, right? I think that's sort of your areas.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, what fictional school, would you have loved to go to? And I'm trying to.
Okay, I see why.
Sky High.
I was going to say Sky High, and so are you.
We're not.
You're all looking at my list.
Nah.
Oh, sorry. I won't look. Sorry. I actually didn't.
Before you
at it.
even said it, I was like, Caitlin's going to say Sky High.
No, 'cause I
I'm
was
going to
like, in
say
my head,
Sky
like,
High.
obviously, I thought in my head what the go-to was Hogwarts. I'm like, everyone's going to say Hogwarts. I'm like, what's another school?
Yeah.
Yes,
didn't
Hogwarts
even think of
would be
Hogwarts.
awesome, but I mean, everyone.
I just read the
think-
entire list, so I didn't get to think.
Oh my
So
God.
is School of Rock on there?
No.
Oh,
okay, I
Jack
was
Black.
trying to go with
Oh.
like actual, like special power / like
How
ability.
many are there?
schools.
Oh,
Alright.
so like super schools.
Xavier's School for the gifted.
Yeah, I would go
youngsters.
Xavier's for sure.
I mean, you would have to be a mutant to go there.
Well,
I think as a
furthermore-
normal
But
kid,
if
it
you
would
are
suck.
there, if like you're in there, like you have to be a mutant. So
Be
you
like
That's right.
the only.
Is it like, you know when friendship groups have like the one fat kid or like the one like kid with the nerdy kid or whatever? Like,
That happened
like the
regardless.
mutant groups, like they're like, you know what we need? We need like a non-mutant kid in our
Yeah.
friendship group. And they have like Dave, and like they're like, Dave doesn't have a power.
he's the mutant one because everyone else is mutant. So
Yeah,
like he's the
if
different
everyone
one.
has powers, no one's
Exactly.
special. or
That's
whatever.
his, yeah, he's like unique. And the girls,
He's just normal.
oh, you know they had those talks. High schoolers are like, oh my God, like, have you slept with like a non-mutant before? Like, have you slept with a mutant? It's like, I really want to have sex with a mutant. Like, wouldn't that be wild? You know? Or like a non-mutant, like, or something
Having
like that.
fantasies about Nightcrawler.
Yeah.
I had fantasies about Nightcrawler anyway.
Well,
I love the awkward
Because
silence.
he's a demon with a tail. Yeah.
He's a demon with a tail. No, okay, anyway, moving on from that.
Yeah. Okay. So
So,
No,
sorry.
Jennifer
After a long, he
Lawrence,
could just
though.
vanish out of there and just
What?
completely disappear.
Jennifer Lawrence
she
could
could
be
be
anyone.
whoever you want her to be.
Okay, so this has gone from which
Okay,
high
yeah,
school do you
anyway,
most
anyway.
like to go to?
We've
Which
hijacked-
mutant would you most like
Wanna
to
sleep
sleep with?
guys.
Stop doing this.
Caleb, what are some of the other schools you've got?
Well, I have some more, but I was also going to add to that part too. If you were going to go to that school, what special ability would you want to have?
Because it's like going to Hogwarts without a wand. Like if you weren't a wizard, or it's like going to Sky High if you're not a superhero.
Yeah, so that's no fun. So what superpower would you want if you were going? So what was you saying? Sky High
What are the
was your
schools?
favorite.
I don't know. So we got Sky High, Hogwarts.
Okay, so Sky High, Xavier's, Hogwarts, Star Trek Academy apparently is a thing.
it is
Jedi
big.
Academy, obviously, and Monsters University.
Monsters University.
That would be fun.
That would be
that was a
awesome.
monster.
That was a great movie.
What
So
monster would that
underrated.
be?
You know that big two-legged one? I like that guy.
The
dumb
giant?
one. Is he like really stupid or something? Like the one with the two legs that just walks around and his body's like in the
Oh,
center.
in like a big U?
He's big fluffy. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I can't go back to jail.
Yeah, that one.
I thought you meant the one that you just see his legs. He looks
Yeah.
like Big Bird in like the first
Oh,
one.
yeah.
Like the chicken from
And he
Jimmy
makes
Neutron.
chicken
Yeah,
noises.
yeah.
Yeah, the
Like,
giant one.
Rex, good morning. Yeah, that one. I always wanted to be a speedster, so I think if I went to like the X-Men school, I'd love to be like really quick, like
Okay,
Quicksilver
yeah.
or
But
something
Sky
like
High has a speedster too. He's badass. Him and
He's the bad
that. Well,
one?
Sky High.
They're the,
yeah.
they're the bad kids.
Yeah, the bad kid. He's like the speedster, and
The
then
other
there's
one's
the
the
other guy
stretchy
with like a
one.
whiplash and something.
He was
Whiplash and-
stretchy.
I feel like, but Sky High, I feel like the X-Men school. I feel they like their whole thing was like diversity and like acceptance. Whereas I feel like Sky High is like you're a hero or a sidekick.
Yeah.
You got a shitty power. You're a sidekick kind of thing. Like there's already
Super spit,
there's
sidekick.
There's already
Acid spit, superhero.
there's already like class. There's already like classism there.
Yeah, Sky High
okay.
was more like an actual school, but you know, like a typical
Yeah.
American high school with superpowers, whereas Xavier's was just like a school for
I would go to
gifted
Sky
youngsters.
High just
Yeah.
for the bus to fly me to school every day. That was awesome.
It's like Magic School Bus. Is that a school? Does that count?
Well,
Can we get Magic School Bus?
I guess,
Yeah.
but none of the kids have superpowers. They just
True.
go
But
on.
wouldn't it be worth it just to hang out with Mrs. Frizzle?
And she's like, hey, let's go back in time. Or like, hey, let's shrink and go inside someone or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah,
She was tripping. She was tripping.
I agree. I feel like they were all on something.
All the kids, she's just laced all the kids.
With that-
Yeah.
Oh my
All the
God.
bus seats
The
and everything. Yeah.
Wow.
They're rebooting Magic School Bus
I think
for
they are,
Netflix
yeah.
or something
Really?
like that? And it's
Yeah.
like Kate
It's still
McKinnon.
animated.
Oh, you're
yeah,
kidding.
yeah.
Because it was quite educational, wasn't it?
Was
Like,
it
they
Kate
taught you
McKinnon?
things.
It's Kate McKinnon.
That's
Really?
She's like
awesome.
Agent. She's what's the teacher's name in Magic School Bus?
Miss-
Like
Oh,
Agent
Miss
Frizzle.
someone.
Mrs.
Miss
Frizzle.
Frizzle.
This one's like Rizzle or something, which is
Oh,
like her,
because she
her
says it's like
sister
her
or cousin
sister,
or something
yeah.
like that.
They
That's
mentioned
so
it in like the
cute.
trailer. It's like, oh, it's my
It's like
sister's school
yeah,
bus.
'cause Netflix are like
Aw.
cool like that. They're sort of rebooting a lot of things.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they,
they're doing a lot.
Is
did.
Magic School Bus 80s or 90s? Because we're just rebooting
I want to say
everything.
90s, but
Probably
we've got the
90s.
Yeah.
power of the internet here.
So what
can
was
look
your
it
main
up.
one that you wanted to go to, Caitlin?
well, I reckon Xavier's, but I mean, you can't go past Hogwarts as well.
Hogwarts? Yeah.
I don't
I
know if
don't
I'd
want to
wanna
say
go to
Hogwarts because it's so
Hogwarts.
mainstream, but then I do want to say it because it's so awesome.
Oh, you get like, yeah, you got all these magical
You get like
animals you
sorting
can ride.
mouse
Try to kill
and-
you?
Yeah.
But they don't have the medicine. No, Hogwarts would be awesome, I
Good
think, as well.
point.
Yeah.
Good point.
I'm
It
trying
is
to think-
generic, but I think I agree.
Well, the
Hogwarts
other
is-
thing
Yeah.
that would be the
Well,
most
the
fun...
Jedi
because
Academy
you-
was there too.
What, you've got a lightsaber and
Yeah.
a little bit of the Force.
A little bit of the Force.
little
Well,
bit.
like if you study and meditate, you can have a lot of the
Well,
Force.
if
If you're
go to Hogwarts and-
Metachlorians.
the Jedi Academy, I feel, is like quite... It's like the religious school, though. It's like there's
Oh, yeah,
there's quite a lot of
definitely.
like
Yeah, yeah,
things you can and can't do. Hogwarts is pretty cool.
Imagine
and
going
quite
through
lenient.
puberty and having like Master Yoda say, "Now you cannot love," or "Love you cannot," or whatever he would say.
Yeah,
That would suck.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
not Jedi.
Hogwarts.
The
Yeah.
only thing I think
No,
with
no
Hogwarts
Jedi.
is,
We're all cutting Jedi
like
out.
when did they teach those kids to like read and write and do
well,
math?
I
and
feel
stuff
like they
that?
don't.
Like, is there like a primary
spell.
school,
They just, like-
for, like
Well, you
Zap
go
the
there when
kid's
you're
head
what,
and they're
10 or
smart.
11?
because Harry, I'm assuming, went to normal school
Until he was.
until he got to 11, and then they shipped him off to Hogwarts.
Yeah.
So in that time, he obviously learned to read and write. Did Ron go to one of those things, or does his family just
Oh,
teach
because he
him?
was entirely. That's what
Because he's a wizard. Like,
point.
I feel like Hogwarts was his first year of school, unless there's some sort of like wizarding
Summer school
kindergarten,
or something.
yeah, or something like that.
Oh, okay. Before.
Surely they would just go to normal school because they don't get their letter
I bet it
until
was
they're
called
10,
Piglets.
is it? Or...
Yeah, maybe.
If there was like a piglet.
yeah.
Yeah, piglet instead of Hogwarts.
Oh,
Hogwarts.
that's so cute.
For the little baby
Piglets
wizards.
or something. Yeah.
Welcome to Piglets.
I think we've talked about this before as well. It's like I wish they sort of touched upon it a little bit with Fantastic Beasts, which is like there's like obviously like an American school, and it's like I want like more of the different schools.
Yeah.
Like there needs to be like an Australian school. Like there needs to totally be an Australian
Surely.
school, and like the
Like
pets would be
boomerang
like
shaped ones.
yeah, instead of an owl, you have like
shaped one.
instead of a toad, you'd have like a
just 'cause,
koala.
they can't make it
Yeah.
too Australian.
A boomerang one. Oh my
A
god.
didgeridoo broomstick.
Yeah.
Oh no.
that's not.
No, because it would be like
That's a
part of the
bad
culture. It would
Australian
be the sort of
stereotype.
the different stuff. I think. That'd be cool.
I don't know. I think I would probably. I'm just torn between Sky High and Xavier's. I
Okay.
feel like Xavier's for the teachers. Like
Xavier's, you can have any power. Like, with the way that she's phrased the question, you could have any power going there. Whereas with Hogwarts, you have to be just
Yeah, that's the
magical.
thing. Yeah.
yeah, and because like
Same with
magic,
Sky
I mean
High, I
just
guess.
magic, like
Yeah.
that would suck.
Just a wizard, like can
I'd
walk
rather
through
ha-
walls.
I'd rather have nothing than magic.
Yeah.
Abracadabra, yeah. Just let's the first spell. Yeah.
Just killing
There's a meme like that. It's like Hermione's like, I know a spell to fix your glasses, Harry. And she's like, Abracadabra. And then like it's like they do like a flash of green, and that's it. That's like then the credits roll off.
The end of the movies.
So what about School of Rock though?
Well, I
What about the
wasn't.
school that
As
Spider-Man
in
goes
School
to?
of Rock. What do you mean?
Well, mate,
like-
there's every school in every movie.
Yeah,
ever
that's.
been.
I was trying
Oh,
to
Stick It
narrow it
Academy.
down because otherwise there's like Grease School and Clueless School and like all those sort of
Oh,
things.
Grease School.
Mean
Those
Girls.
Mean Girls School.
High
yeah.
School Musical School.
See.
Oh, fuck
School
yeah.
Just
How fun would that
endless.
be? Everyone
Musical
breaking out
school.
into song every fucking second.
Oh my god,
Amazing.
Awesome.
Tiffany just broke up with her boyfriend. Have you learnt the routine yet?
Have you learned the routine yet?
Yeah. Well.
Cameras all around the cafeteria.
No.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking
Stick
mad.
to the stage.
Magic School Bus was 1994, so it was around about the time we were
Oh,
born.
that's a good year. That's a good year.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, I guess it's just like I mean, just by nature of Hollywood, like it's just American schools. Then a lot of them.
Yeah.
And I feel like they're also sort of like I wouldn't want to live in the school that was like they have such like the stereotypes, like
The
the
cliques.
jocks and like
Yeah.
the
The
popular
10 things
girls
I
or
hate
whatever.
about you, and those are the coffee guys.
Yeah. Yeah, like there's.
There's too many schools. But I was thinking because, like, at Spider-Man school, like in Spider-Man 2, Amazing Spider-Man 2, Stan Lee is the music teacher. That's cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
If I had to not have a power, that would still be cool.
Oh well, that's a better question. That's well, not a better question. Sorry, I mean that's sorry. Like an add-on to
Yes.
the question is who's like a teacher then you would want?
Well, that's why I was I'm like leaning towards Xavier's because like I would go to
Yeah.
Xavier's just for Professor X.
Yeah, well,
Like,
yeah,
teach
and
me
Hogwarts has,
about-
like McGonagall
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
McGonagall, yeah, she's
McGonagall. Yeah,
Snape.
Dumbledore. But he
Snape.
wasn't really a teacher, was he?
he's just like the weird headmaster that just leaves you cryptic messages and stuff. Yeah,
He's cool though. He's cool.
yeah.
Yeah,
They're all
That's
cool.
a hard one to answer.
it's a hard one.
I think I'm
Good
gonna
question,
go.
I think I'll go Xavier's.
Sky High is just like so fun and like
Yeah,
It's so
zippy, you know what I mean?
fun. It is
Hogwarts,
zippy.
It was great.
you got to deal with these people that don't have noses
And
they're,
exams and stuff.
and exams.
The exams at Sky
Well,
High was like, hey, save this
fight this
crash
person.
test dummy from like
Yeah.
a
Yeah, that's
exploding
true.
school bus.
And you could be the bad guys if you wanted to.
yeah.
Whereas I feel like they don't let you do that in
Sky High
Hogwarts.
2 should be like the villains
Well,
or
what do you
something.
mean?
That'd
They have a
be
whole
Yeah.
house that's evil. It's Slytherin.
Not the whole house is evil.
They're all
They don't
evil.
let them like oh here's all the really evil spells, guys. But these guys like in Sky High, they're saying oh you guys can be the bad guys and try and
Yeah,
stop
yeah,
the good
yeah,
guys.
yeah.
I haven't seen Sky High for a long time, so I can't remember.
It's just the two
Yeah.
bad guys, really, isn't it? That's all you really see. The speedster,
The
and
bullies,
and
yeah.
The guy with the
Whiplash,
this
whatever.
always gets me in Sky High when the stretchy arm guy. He's always wearing stripy
Yeah,
shirt.
he is, yeah.
Yeah.
And when his
Oh.
arm stretches out, the stripes don't spread
Yeah.
out. So
Yeah.
his shirt just gets longer and has a
I
same
love that. I
fabric
thought that
area.
was so clever when I was watching.
You
Because
just-
I feel
you
like that's
I
how
wanted to
they.
see it stretch though.
Yeah.
What's it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
So he's got two abilities. He can make his clothing go on forever.
Which, frankly, is much more useful.
Yeah. In today's day and age, yeah. of
Yes.
course. Who wants stretchy arms when you could make clothing go more?
Make clothing go more.
I think I was saying. I was also I would love to be a speedster. I feel like if I go to Hogwarts, I could learn a spell to turn myself into like a speedster or something. Like I think I'm gonna go Hogwarts.
So Hogwarts.
Yeah.
What do you say,
I
Xavier's?
think I'll go Xavier's,
Xavier's.
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like they have more interesting lectures.
What are you going
That's
with?
my
I think I
reasoning.
have to go Xavier's. But Monsters University will be fun for like a day.
That's such a fun one. I would never have thought of that. Yeah, like
How
to be
to
a monster.
terrify children.
Yeah, or to make
Yeah.
them laugh, whatever.
That's
Yeah.
a class I'd take.
Yeah.
It'd
I
be
will say
fun.
though, like I think I've said this before, maybe one of the other podcasts. Is like I wish in Harry Potter or something like that. Like I wish one of the kids, like maybe one of the Muggle-born kids, like he brings like a PlayStation to the
Yeah.
Hogwarts. Or something
Oh,
like
yeah.
that. Because why wouldn't they? It's like they come back from class. It's like, you guys want to play Mario Kart or something like that, and
Yeah.
then like all the wizards just playing. It's like because it's not like they're not allowed to use
And
Muggle
they're like
technology.
magic cheating or something.
Yeah, because it's a school. It's like why wouldn't they just like bring that? Yeah.
And then the other dude's in the corner, like, no, we've got wizard's chess.
yeah, wizards shit. It's like we've played that game. Like to
They could have like Wizards Mario Kart or something.
Yeah.
Wizard's Mario Kart.
Anyway, which one did you say? Sorry. Did you say?
I'm torn between Monsters University and Hogwarts, but Sky High would be fun. I don't have a fun.
It's
answer.
hard
Okay.
to lean away
Okay.
from Sky High. Yeah, that was great.
Because it's just I
There's
feel
a
like it'd be lot
nostalgia
of fun.
factor to that as well.
Definitely.
Mm.
Definitely go Sky
Do we
High.
want to move on to the next topic?
Let's
Sure.
move on.